Hello, welcome to the new session of the Premade Pro. This is probably going to be the last session before your Neet examination, and today we are going to end up with the chapter the ecosystem, and today we will start from the ecological pyramids. Ecological pyramids. So what is the ecological pyramids? Question generally come from here. Food or energy relationship between the organisms at different trophic levels is expressed in the terms of the biomass or energy. Food or energy relationship between organisms at different trophic levels is expressed under the terms of number or energy. Now is expressed in number, biomass or energy. Okay, so now what happens? The base of each pyramid represents the producer or the first trophic level So there are three types of pyramids, three types of ecological pyramids. One is pyramid of number, the second one is the pyramid of biomass, and the third one is the pyramid of energy. The new session will start pyramid of energy. Now what happens? The pyramid of energy. Now what happens in the case of the pyramid of number? It is upright in most ecosystems. A big tree ecosystem is inverted or spindle shaped. A big tree ecosystem is inverted or spindle shaped. Now, in the case of the pyramid of biomass, upright in most ecosystem, in C, it is generally inverted. In C, it is generally inverted because of biomass. Because the biomass of fishes far exceeds that of phytoplanktons. And in the case of the pyramid of energy, always upright. It is always upright and can never be inverted. When energy flows from a particular trophic level to next trophic level, some energy is always lost. Okay. Now come to the ecological succession. So ecological succession, there is two types. One is primary succession and another is secondary succession. Primary succession and this is secondary succession. Okay. So a primary succession basically primary succession. So in the case of what is the ecological succession? The composition of all structures, structures of all communities constantly changes in response to the changing environmental conditions, which is orderly and sequential. Parallel to the change in the environmental. So finally leading to a community that is near to equilibrium to the environment and is called the climax community. So it's a climax community is the climax community. What is the climax community? Changes in equilibrium to the environment is called climax community. Okay, so now yes, the limitations of the limitation. Actually, a succession and evolution would have been parallel. Succession and the evolution. So succession and evolution would have been a parallel process. Primary succession is very slow. So 1 degree succession is very slow. And secondary succession takes place where the primary succession has already been over. Okay. In secondary succession, since soil is already there, the rate of succession is much faster and hence climax is also reached more quickly. The species that invade a bare area are called the pioneer species. Species invading bare area are called pioneer species. Invading a pioneer species. Okay, now comes to the hydra, xerac. These questions comes in the Neet. What is hydra? Hydra, it in wet areas. Just remember, in wet areas, hydra means wet areas, phytoplanktons, submerged trees, and marsh meadows, scrub stages, and the forest. So this is the ecological pyramid of the hydra. So the question may comes as, what is the hydra? It's a ecosystem that is seen in the wet areas, and xerac, ecosystem in dry areas or desert. Okay, so cycles, the carbon cycle, the nitrogen cycle, you have already studied in the chemistry. You don't need to study it in the biology because those are the common there. Okay, so now I am giving a podcast like things here in the carbon cycle and in the phosphorus cycle. So it will be very much beneficial if I give the podcast like substance. Carbon constitutes the 49% of the dry weight. So carbon constitutes of 49% dry weight. Okay. 71%, this percentage can be asked in the NEET as the MCQ. 71% of the global carbon is dissolved in the ocean. Of global carbon dissolved in ocean. Okay. Fossil fuels presents as a reservoir of the carbon. Okay, now 4 into 1013 kg of carbon is fixed annually in biosphere. Burning of wood, forest life, forest fire, fossil fuel, volcanic activity, deforestation also contribute the atmospheric CO2. Now, in the case of the phosphorus cycle, phosphorus is the major constituent of the biological membranes. Okay, in phosphorus, major component of biological membranes. Needed to make shells, bones and teeth. Needed to make bone, shells and teeth. Natural reservoir is rock. Natural reservoir is rock. Okay. There is no respiratory release of phosphorus into the atmosphere. So in the respiration, we do not release any kind of phosphorus into the atmosphere. So I can end this chapter here. All the best for your examination. There will be no videos before the examination on biology, and I will start the new session for the NEET 2026 and 27 in the second week of May. Till then, please revise, please practice, and give all the best of yours in the examination on the 4th May. So till then, it's goodbye, and hope new students and new subscribers join in the new session of the Pre-Med Pro. So till then, bye bye.